Sometimes, we don't realize the depth of someone's love until it's gone. And sometimes, we only wake up when it's far too late. This is the story of a boy raised in unconditional love, who lost everything before he understood its true meaning. Not a fiction, not a fairy tale, but a mirror of what happens when protection turns into blindness. He was born into a world of love. Not wealth, not privilege, but love pure and overflowing from one soul, his grandmother. She was everything. Mother, father, protector, provider. When he cried, she came running. When he failed, she blamed the world, not him. When he lied, she smiled and said, "He's just a boy." In her eyes, he could do no wrong. And in that comfort, he grew. Sheltered from pain, insulated from truth, blind to the consequences of his actions. What felt like heaven was the beginning of a silent storm. The boy grew older, but the protection remained. He skipped school. She said, "He's tired." He stole money. She whispered, "He needs it more." He lied again and again. She forgave. Again and again. The world didn't teach him, because she never let it. Love blinded her, and it weakened him. By his late teens, he had found a new comfort. Not his grandmother's arms, but the numb embrace of addiction. First it was just fun, then a habit, then a cage. But she couldn't see it. Or maybe she didn't want to. All she saw was her little boy, even when he was disappearing right in front of her. One morning, she fell. A small accident, they said. Just age, maybe. But something changed. He didn't notice. He was too high, too lost, too numb. The calls came. He didn't answer. The visit stopped. He didn't care. Then, one day, the call was different. Short. Final. His grandmother. His everything was gone. The funeral was at 11 a.m. He woke up at 3 p.m. Still dizzy. Still broken. Still lost. And in that moment, the silence screamed. Grief is cruel. But guilt. Guilt is a demon. He looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the eyes staring back. Not a boy anymore. Not a man either. Just a shadow of who he could have been. He tried to drown the pain in more pills, more smoke, more silence. But nothing worked. The love he once had was gone. The woman who forgave everything was no longer there to forgive him. It took weeks, then months, to admit the truth. He had failed her. And worse, he had failed himself. He walked into rehab not as a fighter, but as a broken soul. And that's where healing begins. Not from strength, but surrender. Day by day, he rebuilt. Sobriety, accountability, truth. He started volunteering, helping others who were once like him. He started journaling, writing letters to her, even though she was gone. He started living, truly living, for the first time. Because love doesn't die. It just changes form. And now, her love lived through his actions. He visits her grave every week. Not for her, but for him. Subscribe for more. God bless.